In a land far, far away, one which has been forgotten for all time. And in this castle there lived a princess and her prince. They were beautifully happy together all the time, forever. Until one day, when a man, an evil man, came to the castle. He was adorned in black armor, and he wielded a black club, a spiked club. And his visage was that of the darkest night. A nightmare whose fury was unparalleled. And they called him Obdorian. And he did scare the living shit out of the princess, because they lived in a castle. And Obdorian loved to destroy castles in his spare time when he wasn't learning kung fu. So Obdorian did come to their door one day, and he knocked ever so politely. And the prince came to the door, he opened it, and he said, "Who are you?" The Obdorian said, "I am the Obdorian." And the prince said, "Would you like to come in for tea?" And Obdorian did come in for tea, and he drank until all the tea was gone. And the princess was very angry because she needed her afternoon tea all the time. And it drove the prince crazy because he didn't understand why she liked tea so much, because coffee was so much better. He was American and she was English, and that's why they had so she was pissed. Obdorian didn't care because he is Obdorian. He will wreak havoc upon any princess who doth lack tea and must instead consume coffee for tea time. So the prince, hoping to calm the princess down and to make amends with Obdorian, invited them both to play mini-golf, for that was the princess's favorite game. And they played a 12-hole game of mini-golf. And Obdorian got a hole-in-one on every single hole. Even the imaginary 13th hole, in which there existed no hole.
Is that good?
That's so good, it's great. The princess was extremely angry. And she said vile things like, "Fuck this nigga." Obdorian, being black, or rather adorned in black armor, took offense. He took his spiked club and he smashed her face in. And when she didn't have a face anymore, the prince did not find her attractive. He divorced her. And luckily he had a prenup, so she couldn't take the castle. So the princess, for all of time and forevermore, was faithless, penniless, and homeless. And men would not touch her, for she had been touched in the face by a club by Obdorian. And the prince lived happily ever after, playing Super Smash Bros. 64 with Obdorian in their new castle. But they slept on opposite sides of the castle because Obdorian was uncomfortable with how buddy-like the prince was at times. No, but sometimes Obdorian would wake up at night. He would sense something at his door, and he would open the door, and there the prince would be brushing his teeth. And he just wanted to say goodnight. Obdorian thought this was really weird. He killed the prince too, with bare hands. He punched him in the mouth so hard that his jaw flew across the room because it dislocated from his face.
Wait, did you say that Obdorian has bare hands?
What?
you say that Uptorian has bare hands?
No, even better. Both of his hands are hammerhead sharks. So the prince didn't have a jaw anymore. His jaw got emancipated from his face. His jaw went to court and decided that it didn't want to be a part of his face anymore. The court did grant his wish. Unfortunately, the jaw could not function without a face, and it died soon after. The prince, likewise, realized that he was now jawless. And he realized he divorced the princess because she was faceless, and now he was jawless. And suddenly karma, fate, and all of these supernatural mystical shit things came to his mind, and he decided he needed to find the princess. So he went out, and he searched far and wide across deserts and forests and Amazon rivers. And he sailed across the 8 seas, and still he did not find her.
Where was she?
And then he came to the Great Pyramids of Egypt. And he realized she had gone to a galaxy far, far away. And she had renamed herself Leia. He realized too that if he was to ever find her, he would need to get a prosthetic jaw and change his name. And he would need to learn the art of lightsaber combat. And thus begins Star Wars Episode 1. Exactly.
That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Tell me you recorded that, Jesus Christ. Yes!